Hello and welcome to chair flying. Today, wasn't able to get another lesson in. Today's IFR conditions, and to tell you the truth, I was feeling a little sick, so I wasn't planning on flying anyway. So today, what we can do is we can just pretend we're made our way over to the airport. We're going to fly today. So we'll try to do this real quick. What we do is we have checklists. We go through the before entering the airplane checklist and look around the back of the plane and check about 32 items. The brakes, the fuel, the engine, check the oil, all kinds of fun stuff, mostly the fuel. And then before you start the engine, you have a little checklist. You start up the engine, and so we have a couple of before takeoff checklists right here. We'll keep those handy. Take a look at the airport diagram. We'll get an idea where we are. We'll get an idea in a minute of what runway they're going to be using, and then we can figure out what taxiways we expect the traffic controller to give us. We take a look at the frequencies we'll be using, so we know that the weather information ATIS is on 12775, so we can pretend to dial that into our pretend radio, or we can go ahead and listen up over here to ATC net. Sometimes ATC net's a little stubborn.
Danbury Tower, ATIS information, Papa, time 18370, wind calm, visibility 8 miles wide frame, sky conditions, sea wind, overcast 1,200. Temperature 06, 2.03, altimeter 2978. Runway 8 in use, rising aircraft, expect localizer 8 approach. Notices.
Okay, so we just received the ATIS information. It is instrument conditions today, overcast at 1,200 feet. That wasn't really that good, but we can pretend we just got, VFR conditions, ceiling grade under 12,000 feet, visibility 6 miles or greater. We've just received the weather information. They told us runway 8. We're going to pretend they told us runway 26. The weather's fine today. There's no light rain, as you heard in the forecast. So it's going to take a look at the airport diagram, and if we're parked over here by this business air center, we probably can expect to taxi on Foxtrot. This A here means Alpha. We'll probably get put up into run-up area R, and then we'll have to continue Alpha for 26. So now we know the information was Papa. We got the altimeter, we set that into our plane, and we taxi over. So to get the direction to taxi, we're just going to go ahead and call up now to the air traffic control. And I like to pretend I've got the engine running at this point, and I'm ready to taxi. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my fake engine noise that I recorded a moment ago. There you go. And then I'll try to do a little air traffic controller sound going on here. Oh, got a little bit of delay here. And air traffic control. This is Cessna 6260 Sierra. Okay, so that sounds a little better, right? Big radio stuff here. All right, so here we go. Danbury ground, Cessna 6260 Sierra is Business Air Center with information Papa for pattern work. 60 Sierra. Remember now, I've got this airport diagram, right? You ready? So here they come back to me. Cessna 60 Sierra, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, cross 35. I'll respond back. Copy Danbury ground, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, cross 35, hold short 26, 600. So I'll go ahead and taxi my airplane over there and then do a run-up in Romeo, that run-up area R. I'll go ahead and pull out into Alpha and get up there right before the hold short line there. Then I'm going to come over here and take a look. I'll have this programmed in advance, but I'll just have my little frequency card here says I just talked to Danbury Ground at frequency 121.6, and I'll just switch the radio over to the tower 119.4. So I get over to the run-up area, I switch over to 119.4, and before takeoff, I'm on my runoff. I'm going to make sure my flaps are up, my carb sheet is cold, and then I don't have to think about that much after I pull onto the runway. I call up the tower right now. Danbury Tower, Cessna 6260 Sierra is holding short of 26. Don't respond back. Cessna 60 Sierra, clear for takeoff, runway 26, call your left midfield. Copy Danbury Ground. We'll call left midfield, clear for takeoff, runway 26, 60 Sierra. And here I go. So I do my takeoff checklist, wing flaps up, carb heat cold, throttle pull open, elevator control lift the wheel at 50 miles an hour. Climb speed is 72 miles an hour until everything's all climbed and passed. Then you can go up to a cruise climb of 75 to 80. Maximum performance takeoff is wings up, carb heat cold, brakes hold, throttle pull open, then release the brakes. So same thing, max climb speed 52 miles an hour with obstacles still ahead. Okay? Alright, so now we got a climb and a cruise checklist, and we have before landing checklist, and we have a normal landing checklist. And that's how I do the chair flying. Just get, you go through that process a couple of times. And this way, when you get there, it's a smoother process for you as far as handling. What information do I need to handle? I need to know the frequencies, and I need to know the airport runways. So having these little cheat sheet cards all printed out and then laminated is extremely helpful. And then always have your checklists and make them really easy to get to, right? And then if you don't understand something like the radio, print that one out and just kind of have that ready to go, just in case you need to reference something quickly. Always know what your speeds are, so sometimes you might have to write them all down, and just the process of writing them down helps you remember them. But there's a lot of speeds with landing and the bulk landing and go around, and so with a bulk landing, tells you the flaps maximum position should be 20%. 20 degrees, and then the speed for that should be about 55. So there you go.